Suddenly in November, the sky indicates that the rains are once more moving south, and again crossing the Mara, the gnus return to the plateau of Ngorongoro and onto the plains of the Serengeti. At this time of year, the grasslands regain their splendor. The rain soaks the earth and almost immediately the grass springs up, transforming the landscape into a sea of green, a seemingly endless supply of food. The intense grazing of the gnus determines the types of grass that can be found in the savanna. Every year, the vegetation is mercilessly cropped and constantly trampled. In time, the species best able to withstand this treatment have survived, and the plain has become specifically designed to meet the dietary needs of the gnus. In the northern region of the Serengeti, the landscape changes. The vast open plains give way to trees, and instead of the short, resistant grasses, we find other types growing up to 2 meters high. The animals, too, are different here. A leopard. This cat prefers trees to empty spaces. The trees can be used as watchtowers and provide shelter and a safe place out of reach of the lions and hyenas, where he can hide the animals he has hunted down. His rate of success in hunting is much lower than that of the cheetah, and he simply can't afford to have his food stolen. As well as the giraffe and the leopard, we find other species that prefer this region to the open savanna. One of these is an incredible animal that feeds on the leaves of the trees, the hyrax. Despite its appearance, this animal is not a member of the rodent family. However strange it may seem, its nearest relative among the animals of the Serengeti is the elephant. On the western edge of the park, the Grumeti River has its own particular ecosystem. This is the land of the hippopotamus. They are nocturnal animals dozing during the day and making the most of the cool of the night to eat the 60 kilos of grass they need every day. As the temperature rises, they move and find rest and relief in the water. It may not look like it, but the skin of the hippopotamus is very sensitive to the sun. When they are not submerged in the water, they have to cover themselves in mud to protect themselves from the harmful rays. The area around the river is very different from the savanna. Neither water nor food are scarce here, and the animals don't need to migrate to better lands. The only precaution they need to take is to be careful along the riverbanks, where what looks like a rock might suddenly move up and eat them. For the time being, drought is not a problem, even in the savanna. It is the rainy season and both water and pasture are plentiful. There is no thought of migration. Everyone is concentrating on a completely different activity, reproduction. For the Grand Gazelles, this is the mating season, and each male has to defend his group of females. Though fights do occasionally occur, a show of strength is usually all that is required to frighten off weaker rivals. Their close relatives, the Thompson's gazelle, seem to have followed their example and are also ready to mate. The grasslands are soon covered with males testing their strength and couples engaged in courting, and not just the gazelles. Sex is on their minds, and they are less vigilant than normal. This is good news for the carnivores. Contrary to popular belief, hyenas in fact kill 60% of their food and are an enemy to be reckoned with here in the savannah. They prefer hunting at night, but will seize any opportunity, even during the day. A Thompson's gazelle has been killed. While the hyena feeds, a vulture, as is the custom, patiently awaits his turn. But this time he will be disappointed. The hyena has young and carries the dead animal away in order to feed them.